Hola, how is everyone? I hope good. I am here with a quick messages from the Divine. I haven't done this in a while, and the Divine was kind of poking at me, so I figured I had better do one today. So let's get started. The first message that I pulled is dwell on what you love. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions you'll grow. I wouldn't change a leaf on you, the universe. This is from my Angels Answers deck. So I would like you to think of a question and I'll give you the answer. And it is meditation brings answers. So they're wanting you to meditate. If you've never meditated before, my suggestion is start with 5 minutes, even 2 minutes. You can use guided meditation off of YouTube, definitely, to get you going. But definitely meditate. Try to clear out all the clutter that gets stuck up in our head, all the fears, all the doubts, and allow it to all be released to the universe. And then it will allow new downloads, new answers, new things that the universe wants you to know, what you're needing to know, maybe answers to what's going on in your life and so on. So please meditate at least once a day. I asked the universe to tell us which signs are really strong in this reading. If I do not say your zodiac sign, it does not mean this isn't messages are not for you. It's just that these are strong in this reading. So I have the fourth house, roots, family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, shell, and it's Cancer. So a Cancer is definitely, if you're a Cancer, this is a strong messages for you in this reading. We have conditioning. See this lion here? To me, it's maybe you're on a journey right now that is trying to condition you to be a little bit more powerful, to maybe stand in your ground a lot more strong, to condition to the world around you, to not allow yourself to be a lamb all the time. Because when we do, people really take advantage of us. People really find it easy to create a lot of chaos in our life, to create, have deception and deceptive intentions towards us. But if we stand, strong like this lion and really stand our ground, and we won't be these beautiful sheep that are around him. We'll be this beautiful or handsome, or however you want to put it, this strong lion in the middle, really protecting all the lambs around him, really protecting ourselves. So really condition yourself to be able to be a lamb, of course, because we need to be unconditionally loving and kind to ourselves and others. But we also need to learn to stand our ground and to really stand in our power and not let anybody, come towards us or do things to us that are going to harm our life. Completion. So this is twice now that the completion card, it was in another deck, but it came out in my first reading I did today. So we're needing to put things to rest. If it's a person that has passed away, we really need to go ahead and do the grief work, really work through it, heal from it, and put it to rest. If it's our family, if it's a situation, if it's a relationship that's been toxic and it's really hurt us, we need to put all the things from the past to rest so we can live in the present and then, move into our future with healthier and, happier and more joyous times, and really leave all the worry and stress and all the brokenheartedness and deception and whatever else you've gone through in the past. Just know that, and I'm sure it's for me because I'm terrible about it. I've been through so much in my life and I've been very deceived in my life. I've really was the lamb. I really was too loving and too kind. And I'm not saying I was too loving and too kind, but I was to a certain extent because I never stood in my power. I used to, when I was younger, I used to be I would allow my anger to really get to me and just really piss me off, and I'd have these outbursts. Well, then I got to the point where I switched to where I was just this loving and kind and generous person that would just give and give and give and give. And my cups would just be empty and they were never being filled back up. I've had to learn to do that myself, but I also have had to learn to cut people out of my life that were taking advantage of me, cut situations out of my life that were really hindering my growth, really hindering my journey. really hindering me as a person. And I've really had to really stand my ground. I've had to really like go into solitude and shelter myself from what was going on, to be able to really grow, really be able to see the truth of my situation. And I'm working through all the grief, and I'm able to start forgiving, and I'm able to start seeing that it's not worth staying stuck there. It's not worth giving up my whole life to prove a point, to allow my pride to get in the way of my growth and my happiness and me achieving the things I desire and meeting the people I need to meet and having love and, genuine people and unconditional loving people in my life. So I'm definitely working on putting stuff to completion. It's very difficult. So I'm sending so many positive vibes to each and every one of you if you are in that situation. But forgiveness and unconditional love is truly the answer to everything that we do in life, and everyone that we associate with, and the people that do bad things, and even ourselves. We have to learn to forgive ourselves when we make mistakes, because we all do, because none of us are perfect. So completion, we all need to work on completion. We have gratitude. I am grateful for and appreciate all the abundance I have in my life today. So if you feel like you're lacking, I know I feel like I'm lacking, and I try to still remind myself of all the beautiful things I do have. And, I don't have a home, but I have a car. So I should be grateful that I'm not sleeping outside. And, you have to really look at all the areas and all the scenarios and every aspect of your life to find the little things to be grateful for. Yes, we all get flustered. Yes, we all, at times, we have a bad day and we just can't find those little things to be grateful for. But the universe does forgive us, because forgiveness is always the key to everything. But we need to forgive ourselves. If we do have a bad day, forgive yourself for having that bad day. If you're acting like an asshole and you're in the negative, mindset, it's hard to give yourself unconditional love. It's hard to be unconditionally loving to those around you. You really go within and meditate and try and get rid of all that negativity so all the positivity can come in. There's always something to be grateful for in our lives, and we really, really do need to realize that, because Spirit really wants us to. And plus, Spirit doesn't want us to always be in a negative mindset, because what we do is when we're actually manifesting all that negativity into our life. We're not allowing any positive to come into our life. So that's what we need to be really wary of. The next card I pulled is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands adores taking action and making decisions, often in service of something larger than himself, perhaps a business, politician, activist, or volunteer coordination. He has experience, authority, and means to execute exciting new ideas, and is always on the lookout for opportunities. Sometimes his position in life requires that he settle down and take care of mundane responsibilities, but this makes him frustrated and cranky. His natural inclinations and skills are at their best when he is doing something. Advice: find a beneficial cause to give your energy and abilities to. Participate in something bigger than you are. Make a difference. We have earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Never regret love, no matter how blind. It improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. Hubba hubba, the universe. Again, please think of a question and I can give you the answer from my Angel Answers deck. And it is trust. So the universe is wanting us to have trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in the universe, trust in life, trust in other people. Maybe you've really backed off because people have really broken your trust. But it's time to be able to trust what the universe is bringing towards us, the people that the universe is bringing into our lives. If it's trust and love, we need to be able to trust that love is not always something that hurts us, that, that can be toxic and all the bad things that might go wrong when you're in love with somebody. Quick. Sorry about the interruption. So trust. So you just need to trust in what the universe is telling you, what your intuition's telling you, where the universe is guiding you. Just have all the trust and trust in yourself. The next card is 7th house, relating, partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationship, opposition, sharing, justice, balance, social awareness. And it's a sign of Libra. So Libra is strong in this reading also. Again, if you're not a Cancer or Libra, this is still a message for you. They're just really strong in this message today. We have totally. With this card, I just always think totally awesome. You're totally free to do what you want. You can be these acrobats. You can do everything that your heart desires. If you're desiring a new career, go for it. If you're wanting to start your own business, go for it. Don't let COVID and all that stuff stop you. You know, don't let what society says is right or wrong. You don't have to work the same job at the refinery for the rest of your life, you know, because it has retirement. You can create your own retirement. You can create your own business. You can do the things you love and be totally free in your mind, in your heart, in your soul to do what you desire. Insecurity. If you are insecure about anything, this devil right here is why. You need to release this devil. You need to release your insecurities. If you're insecure in love, you're afraid somebody isn't going to love you back that you love. You never know unless you go towards that person and present yourself and really tell them how you feel. Open that heart up to love. Open that heart up for love for yourself, for the universe, and for others around you. Don't ever let the devil stop you. The devil is fear, it's insecurities, and that's how it keeps us stuck in the darkness. So break free of the devil. We have security. I choose to feel secure and to work so that my bank account is full. So maybe you are needing to work a little bit harder. Maybe you need to promote your business more. Whatever your circumstances are, just know that we can create that security on our own. That we can all feel like we are secure by saving our money, maybe not spending it on things that are unnecessary in life. I am bad about that myself. I'm trying to learn. Definitely, I'm going through a journey that is teaching me that. So when I have $1 in my pocket, I try to hold on to it as much as I can because I might need it to eat or to get something to drink. So my journey is definitely a difficult one right now. I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would have to sleep in my car and live in my car, but that's where I'm at. But I'm allowing the universe to guide me. I'm allowing the universe to teach me the lessons that it's teaching me, and I have faith that it will come to an end soon. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Working as a team can be so satisfying if everyone brings their best, unique skills to the table and checks their egos at the door. People have different abilities, so by letting dreamers dream, planners plan, and makers, I don't know what landed on me, and makers make, great things can be achieved. This could also represent a situation where you are using various skills of your own to do something wonderful. Whether solo or in a team, multiple talents are required to pull this off. Advice, something is crawling on me. Oh, it's a ladybug. I love ladybugs, but whoa. Advice, remember that everyone is on the same team, working together towards the same goal. Bring your best self to the project and help smooth teamwork. So you definitely need to have a lot of teamwork. Remember that everybody's working towards the same goals, even if you don't see it, even if you don't feel that. Just have faith. Have faith that the universe is having people on your side, having people help you in the situation that you're in, having people help you maybe get out of a financial bind. Maybe if you're struggling financially, you're living in your car. Maybe the universe is asking people to help you to maybe come together as a team to provide something for you, and so on and so on. So I have those you love you. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. Tally-ho the universe. Just know that this was in my first reading, so this is a very powerful message today. Just know that those you love you. Even though it doesn't feel like it at all times, even if you feel like no one loves you at this time, just know that other people do love you and love you very much. I have another Angel Answers card, so please think of another question. Puddles is laying on top of the picnic table. She's sunbathing. She's so spoiled. And anyways, get more information. So you need to get more information on whatever you're going through, on your, if it's in starting a new business, if it's in love, you just need to gather more information. Maybe you're missing a piece to the puzzle. Maybe you need to work with other people as a team to gather the information to complete something. Whatever your situation is, you need to get more information. We have the second house assets card. Material world, possessions, finances, talents, values, solitude, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, and it is a sign of a Taurus. So Taurus is very strong in this reading. We have comparison. So if you find yourself comparing yourself to others, what they have, what you don't have, comparing your looks to someone, maybe you're aging and you don't want to age and you're comparing yourself to some 20-year-old, whatever. Stop doing that. Stop comparing yourself to others. We're all unique and all beautiful from the inside out in our own ways, the way that the universe created us. So we need to remember that. And we all age. We can't stop the aging process. We'd all love it, but we can't. So just go with it, really embrace it, and love every aspect of yourself, good or bad. We have despondence. Maybe it's the way that maybe you need to react to things a lot different. Maybe you need to really project yourself out into the world. Maybe you need to show the world that, you're not this person here. Maybe people perceive you as this angry, just bitter, pissed off person, but really you're this free and loving, and you're just kind of a wild, spirit. That's what I'm getting from that today. So, maybe you need to project this more out into the world instead of this. Maybe you have a resting bitch face, but you're really the nicest person on the earth, Maybe you need to walk around with a smile on your face and not so, shitty and just angry looking. I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. So we have generosity. Money is positive energy, and it allows me to be generous with others. So if you're able to be generous with others, make sure that you are. Make sure that you're sharing what you have. Maybe there's somebody that that really needs your help, that needs you to offer, maybe an offer to give them money, maybe offer them to stay with you. Maybe somebody's kind of selfish and kind of hoarding all the money. We need to learn to be generous with ourselves, of course, be generous with those that around us, those that we love, with people that are homeless. I mean, this is part of my journey, being homeless. I've always been generous. I've always stopped on the side of the road and given somebody money, even if it was my last dollar. I've always been able to do that. And even if I couldn't, I still would come up with something, because I couldn't just drive by. And I remember I had a husband that would say, do you know what they do with that money? And I'm like, I don't really care what they do with it. I don't care. Well, they go buy drinks, and you know what? I don't care. The fact is that they're having to stand on the side of a road asking for money. And if I have it, by God, I'm going to give it. Because, generosity makes us unconditional loving people. The more we share, the more we receive back. And I know that by me saying that, people are wondering, well, if you really do that, then why are you homeless? Well, because my journey in life is a lot different than most people's. I have to experience things so then I can definitely share my wisdom with people. So I can experience what other people go through, so then I can find ways to help them more, and so on and so on. I know exactly why I go through the things I go through. I used to always wonder why my life was so hard, why all these hard things happened to me, and why this and why that. Well, now I just have faith that the universe is guiding me on the journey I need to be on. Hard, if it's hard, then and I'll tell you, there's nights I'm crying like a little baby in my car. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to go lay down. I'm exhausted. I want a shower. I want to have a home, and so on. I want to go be able to wash my clothes and make dinner, but right now my journey isn't that, and I'm really trying to respect that. I'm really grasping that sense and trying to understand why this is my path right now, why things happen to me and happen to other people, why people are homeless, what is there for people that that do not have a home to help them. There's not very much, I'll tell you. If you have a dog, there's nowhere that you can stay. Nobody will take you in. And even if you don't have a dog, there's nowhere. I mean, there's people sleeping in the woods here. They call them the woods, but it's just like a big like row of bushes of trees, and that's where people sleep. And you have to struggle to find a parking lot to park your car in to sleep overnight, so you don't get in trouble, because the people that run the businesses don't want homeless people there, and so on. I mean, there's just a lot to it. It's a hard experience. It's an exhausting. I've never felt so exhausted in my life, but it's one that I know is going to bring so much wisdom to me, and it is. I've learned so much. I'm starting to kind of learn how to do things, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's really teaching me that there are resources out there. If you don't have food, you can go to a food bank and they'll give you food. And you think, well, where would I cook it at? Well, you go to the park and cook it on a grill. You get a pan. The other day, my friend and I made spaghetti, and I will admit, I was kind of embarrassed, but then I was like, you know what? What do I really care what people think of me? This is my life at this time, and I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to enjoy that spaghetti that I had been craving forever. But you're not going to McDonald's. You're not going to your favorite restaurant to eat. You're not sleeping in a bed. You're not taking a shower and putting makeup on every day. You're not, able to color your hair. I mean, there's a lot of things that we really take advantage of, and it's teaching me every little thing to be appreciated, to make sure that I appreciate everything I did have and what I do have. And for today, I'm happy that I have a beautiful day. My dog is sleeping. We're both exhausted from yesterday because we just did so much. I do a lot of walking. We go to the beach. We do a lot of stuff outside. I'm trying to make my videos. I'm trying to find a job, but I'm finding that to be difficult, because what do I do with my dog all day? I can't leave her sitting in my car, and people are telling me, well, just get rid of her. There's no way I'm getting rid of my dog. I mean, there's just no way. I can't do that. And then you go around. I went around and tried to apply for jobs where I could work and then hopefully pay rent. And so, I mean, there's just a lot to it. It's exhausting. And it's something that, I never had to experience before, because I always had my mom, and I could always rely on my mom if I was down and out. But it's really teaching me a lot, and I really am grateful for it. And especially the more I talk about it, it reminds me that every challenge, every obstacle we go through is to help us grow, to help us have wisdom, to really teach us to really appreciate when we do have money in our pocket or in the bank, or we're able to make our car payments and our car insurance, and so on. And not to look at people that live in the streets like, well, they deserve it because they drink or they do drugs, or, they could go get a job. It's not always like that. It's real life. I mean, I'm sober. I would have thought I would have been homeless a long time ago if it was really going to happen to me. But, it's still a beautiful life. I still wake up each and every morning, and I thank God for everything. I thank Him for the beautiful day. I thank Him for giving me another day of life. And I thank Him for the wisdom that I'm going to gain for the day. So, anyways, the last card I pulled is the Six of Wands. And it is victory. This card indicates success and public acknowledgement of the achievement. Whatever you give your best efforts, skills, and dedication to will accumulate with pride and accolades. Victories rarely occur in a vacuum. Others are holding up their wands in unity and to show their participation and support of your efforts. The recognition is yours, but you didn't earn it alone. Advice: be humble and do not expect attention as a given. Show appreciation for those who supported you and continue to stand with them. So know that everything that we do in life, there are people that are always supporting us, that are always lending us a hand, that even when we feel like we're alone and nobody cares, there's always that one person that will do something kind for you. So remember that. And if you're receiving this victory and something, and you're receiving recognition from the community or in the world or whatever, make sure that you never forget the smaller people, or not smaller people. I don't want to say it that way because that sounds terrible. Don't forget the people that have You know, if you're married, your wife or husband have walked down that path with you. Your friends and family, you know, the co-workers that you've worked with, and so on and so on and so on. So, and I didn't mean smaller people, because that sounded terrible, and I would never say that about anyone. So please don't listen to that. I didn't like that. So anyways, but those are the messages I have from the universe today. I really am sending you so much unconditional love, so many positive vibes, and peace like always. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you will be notified when I upload more videos. Hit the like button and share this video if you think someone else could benefit from the messages. Thank you all so very much. I love you all so very, 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 very much. Make sure that you express gratitude today. Do something kind for someone, and definitely tell someone that you love them, because they might need to hear it each and every day. Peace.